1709 G Street. I guess my question would be, why the police chief was not brought into these discussions more, or these meetings, or it appears to me that he was just basically left out of the equation.
I specifically asked for that, and I got no response.
I guess I'm asking.
When the committee looked at this, he wasn't a part of the committee, and you normally don't, in my opinion, have personnel in when the committee makes decisions or management makes decisions.
Okay.
You try to get information prior to that and go from there. And
But I would have thought at some point in time he would have been brought into the discussion a little bit. I mean, he is the police chief. I understand what you're saying, Homer, that he's an employee and you're the committee, but I guess that was my only comment on the whole deal.
If you do away with the police department, I'm neither for or against this. But like if the sheriff's department was called like to a domestic disturbance and a drug bust, and it's a possibility that weapons are involved and they needed backup, and there was no backup, the only agency they could call in would be the state patrol. Well, what if the nearest patrolman's 30 or 40 miles away and can't get there in time? Who would you call? Otherwise, if you don't call in for backup, an officer or the people, somebody's going to get injured or killed. That's all I have to say.
My name is Lori Shainrock, and everybody knows I'm Crew's mom, and he's on the PD. He is wore brown, he is worn blue. It doesn't matter to me what color he wears or where he works or where he lives. My concern is that the officers, the reason we're in this situation we are, is in May, it was brought to the officers' attention that the Public Safety Committee was going to be having a meeting to discuss getting rid of the police department. I was at that meeting that the Public Safety Committee had. They said that they were going to look at the numbers and they would have another meeting before it was brought to the City Council. That meeting never happened, at least open to the public. So then the next thing we find out is there's going to be a City Council meeting to discuss getting rid of the police department and going over the contracts that the county commissioners have provided. Questions were asked then. Again, no questions answered. The reason this city is in the position they are right now with only having 3 officers left is because of you not making decisions of what to do about the police department. Then we have the issue that the police department just signed a new contract with the city in March, but we took out all of these benefits for the officers, but we got this new contract and 2 months later we're getting rid of our police department. So what are you as the city council going to do for all these officers that, yes, have secured jobs if they do not stay here in Fairbury or if they go to the sheriff's department, when you guys took away all these things that they get if the department was disbanded, if it was gotten rid of? That's why the other officers went ahead and left. Why would they stay when they're losing, $10,000 worth of sick time after they've dedicated their lives to protect our community? Obviously, Mr. Gazilka made the motion to let the people vote. Like I said before, I don't care if it's brown, blue, it doesn't matter. It's all a family to me because that's what my son does. But obviously, something needs to happen. You guys need to make a decision. I am very confident Nels will take care of the county, he'll take care of the city. But as a council, I think with the tax dollars that the people pay, it is your guys' responsibility to listen to what the people want. That's all I have to say.
It says here that the sheriff's office can provide coverage for 672,000 roughly. Have we tried to make any budget cuts or anything to still have the police department to reach a number close to that? Like any normal business would do?
I did propose a change at one time, and it was shot down, so.
I mean, as opposed to me just completely closing my doors, I would try to look to see what I could cut, what I could skimp on, trim the fat, and, you know,
Colin,
try to keep my doors open.
sorry. What was last year's budget on the city police department?
850?
That's a considerable cut. We're talking about a couple $100,000, and I don't know how you do that, I guess.
It's 140, we've already talked about
Well,
that.
either way, I don't know how you do that.
Has it even been approached to even try to do?
It's been looked at,
We do it every year when we do the budget.
Has anything been done about it? Has anything been tried?
It's pretty bare bones, I think, the way it is, isn't it, Colin?
I believe it is.
I do too.
Okay, and then I guess my other thing is about the city ordinances, and we're gonna be hiring somebody to enforce or to look at those city ordinances, and we're gonna be paying that person? Are we gonna be paying that person out of the supposed savings that we're gonna be having from the police department?
We were gonna hire the ordinance officer, whether we stay with the PD or contract with the sheriff.
Okay, isn't our PD supposed to take care of city ordinances and stuff that we have?
Yes,
So we're already paying them to do that,
yes.
but we're gonna hire somebody else to do it as well.
We plan to hire one whether we keep the police department or whether.
Exactly, so we're gonna be paying two people to do the same job then?
No.
Let me ask you a
Let
question,
me-
Bart.
Let me answer from the health board standpoint, our officers didn't have time to spend the time it took on all of the nuisances that we have. And you're familiar with a lot of them, and just look around, there's old buildings and
Multitude,
grass
yeah.
and houses and just everywhere. And the chief was doing quite a bit of that. And the problem with that is it takes away from actual police stuff. So the code enforcement official that we're looking at takes care of the ordinances that we have as far as properties, old cars, houses, those kind of things. That takes really full-time individual to do that justice and speed the system up. Our system's pretty slow right now as far as all the notices and stuff. Because if you're looking for one individual to do that, it condenses it from the four that we had doing it, because it always got lost somewhere in the middle. That's why the health board has been talking to the personnel committee about we need a code enforcement official that can take these duties and see those through, rather than look for the PD to do it, because these flat don't have time.
I guess that kind of wraps up everything I had to say, and I don't agree with getting rid of them though, so.
Cook. I live in Reynolds, Nebraska, so I'm not in Fairbury living here, but I spend most of my days here. And I can tell you, I've been here 6 years. I've known the sheriff ever since I came to town or came to this area. We're 14 miles away from Fairbury, and we have no problem getting a sheriff's deputy to Reynolds if we need one. So I think concerns about having enough people and coverage, if they can cover the county the way they have been, and they can cover this town with the added 6 people, I think you're gonna have plenty of coverage in the area. It's your choice what you do, but I just want you to know that we have no problem in Reynolds with the sheriff's coverage. So, thank you.